Hello you beautiful, beautiful people, welcome back to Forza Horizon 4, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are well. Today we're jumping straight into the brand new Series 33 and this week's Festival playlist with this week's Forzathon challenges, Antiquated Roadshow for this all-important 200 Forzathon points and the much-needed 15% towards the Festival playlist. So if you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing because we are trying to reach 15,000 subscribers by the end of March. But without further ado, let's go jump into this week's Forzathon challenges. Now this wouldn't be a normal Skippy weekly Forzathon video if I didn't tell you about Lake Lodge. Now you might be thinking Lake Lodge is just your average run-of-the-mill house, but it carries the perk of doubling all Forzathon points for daily Forzathon challenges, weekly Forzathon challenges, and Forzathon lives every hour on the hour. Now it can be quite expensive at 5 million credits, or it is free with the VIP pass. Buyer beware though, it is rumoured this house is haunted by a ghost PLP50. Now for this week's Forzathon challenges Antiquated Roadshow, we're going to be using vintage races. There are 7 cars to choose from, only 4 of them are available in the auto show. The Mercedes-Benz W154, the Maserati 8C the Bugatti Type 35C and the Auto Union Type D. Only issue with these 4 cars is they cost 10 million credits each. However, the Bentley 4.5 litre is given to you through a barn find when purchasing Bamberg Castle, also costing 10 million credits, and the Alfa Romeo P3 is given to you as a gift for purchasing Edinburgh Castle. Unfortunately, that costs 15 million credits, but there is another way to get these cars cheaper. If we hop on over to the minefield that is the auction house and search for car type vintage races and max buyout 3 million credits, there are tons of vintage races up for sale, maximum buyout for less than 2 million credits, saving you a bunch of credits at the auto show. My vintage racer of choice though is going to be the Auto Union Type D, 532 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and like I say, it can be picked up in the auto show for 10 million credits. If you'd like to use my tune, just search my game tag Skippy4631 or the file name Skippy YouTube. Now we do have a brand new car added to Forza Horizon 4 this week. We have the Peugeot 207 Super 2000. You can add this to your garage by completing a seasonal championship called Forest Monsters. Now we will be checking out this week's Forzathon shop, the Horizon backstage vote, and the Super 7 reward at the end of the video. But first, let's complete this week's Forzathon challenges, Antiquated Roadshow. Chapter 1, absolutely spiffing. Own and drive any vintage racer. Once you have decided which vintage racer you are going with, hop outside your festival house or castle, drive 2 seconds down the road, absolutely spiffing completed. With Chapter 1 absolutely spiffing completed, owning and driving any vintage racer, it's on to Chapter 2, jolly good show. Probably one of the more challenging chapters of this week's Forzathon challenges, but people love to see these vintage racers in action. Drift past your opponents while racing to earn 2 show-off skills and thrill the crowd. Show-off skills need to be completed during a race. I find it easiest in the road racing series. You can use any race from the road racing series, but I'm going to be using the Horizon Festival circuit, where I have created a cheeky blueprint called Easy Show-Off Skill Chapter 2. It's in the road racing series, locked to vintage racers. Just search my game tag Skippy4631 or use the share code 444326949. The avatar difficulty for the weekly Forzathon challenges does not matter. Normally, I put it on new racer because there's no reason to make it any harder than it needs to be. But to get 2 show-off skills, I'm actually going to leave it on unbeatable. Here we go then, 2 show-off skills. Now to earn a show-off skill, you need to get a drift skill followed by a pass skill. The first corner of this race is one of the easiest places to do that. Head to the right-hand side, get the car sideways, 1 drift skill followed by a pass skill, 1 show-off skill. So that's 1 of 2. Coming round to lap 2, coming back up to the first corner, onto the right-hand side, get the car sideways, 1 drift, 1 pass skill, and another show-off skill. Jolly good show completed. With Chapter 2, jolly good show completed. Like I say, probably one of the hardest challenges for this week, earning 2 show-off skills. It's on to Chapter 3, Fortune Favours the Bold. Hold on to your hat and put your foot down to earn a total of 12 stars from Speedtraps with your vintage racer. For this chapter, head on into your map and filter by Speedtraps, making them a little bit easier to see and find. Now you can use any speed trap you like. I'm going to be using the Astmoor Speedtrap with just 140 mile an hour, 3-star target. Here we go then, 12 stars in total from Speed Zones. Now the Astmoor Speedtrap has a 140 mile an hour, 3-star target. You don't have to get 3 stars, but you'll do it a lot quicker if you do. So first run, we go through the camera, nice and easy, 165.04, that's 3 stars, just 3 more runs to go. As I collect stars towards this chapter, I want to give a quick shout out to all our channel members. Stephen, Strife, Kevin, Zeta, Justin, David, Dragon, Carlton, Soond, Easy, Owen and James. Thank you all so much for an extra mile to support the channel. Here we go, our 4th and final run through this camera to grab our last 3 stars for this chapter. 152.44, that is 3 stars. And Fortune Favours the Bold completed. So with chapter 3, Fortune Favours the Bold completed, earning a total of 12 stars from Speedtraps. It's on to our 4th and final chapter, Laurel Wreath. Earn 3 podium finishes in the road racing series with your vintage racer. Good luck. Once again, for chapter 4, I'm heading on into the road racing series, and once again, I'm going to be using the Horizon Festival circuit, where I have created another blueprint called 3 Easy Podiums Chapter 4. If you'd like to use it, just search my gamer tag Skippy4631 or the share code 152991187. Once again, for this chapter, driver type difficulty does not matter, so there's no reason to make it any harder than it needs to be, as we do need 3 podiums. I'm going new racer. Here we go then, this blueprint is super easy. Take an immediate right at the beginning of the race, cutting down this little dirt path. Take another right, and the finish line is dead ahead. That is 1 podium finish in the bag, first place. Here we go, race number 2, again taking an immediate right down the little dirt path. Another right, straight on to the finish line, another podium finish, race 2 completed, first place. Here we go, 3rd and final race, again taking a right down the little dirt path, another little right, and straight on to the finish line. Across the line, first place, 3rd and final race completed. And after completing chapter 4, Laurel Wreath, grabbing 3 podium finishes in the road racing series, that's this week's Forzathon challenges, Antiquated Roadshow completed. Let's go ahead and take a look at this week's Forzathon shop. This is actually a pretty good Forzathon shop. The first car for grabs, the 1990 Chevrolet Camaro IROC Z, 600 Forzathon points. Second car for grabs, the 2017 Alpine A110, 350 Forzathon points. Got an epic car horn in the Hall of the Mountain King, sounds like this. And we've got some legendary clothing, the Monster Energy cap, 75 Forzathon points for each of those. And as always, if you've got any spare Forzathon points knocking around and you're feeling lucky, grab yourself a normal wheel spin for 40 Forzathon points. Or you can nab yourself a super duper wheel spin for 150 Forzathon points. Now my thoughts on these 2 cars in the shop. Let's start with the 2017 Alpine A110. This car is actually a reward for completing 80% of the series completion bonus for this week's festival playlist. So think twice before spending 350 Forzathon points. Now if you don't have Xbox Live, you're not going to hit that 80% completion of the series completion bonus. So definitely be picking this car up in the Forzathon shop. Now, the Chevrolet Camaro IROC Z is actually quite rare. It's only the 2nd time we've seen it in the Festival Playlist or the Forzathon shop. It's also Festival Playlist exclusive, so it can't be picked up in the auto show. If you don't own one, definitely be picking one up for 600 Forzathon points. If you have one already, maybe pick one up, chuck it on the auction house, or leave it this week, save the Forzathon points. But overall, it's actually quite a good Forzathon shop. Both of these cars are quite rare. Now let's head over and check out this week's Horizon Backstage vote. Now there are quite a few ways of accessing Horizon Backstage. You can do it from free roam, a short drive from the festival site, you can do it from the pause menu, or you can do it from the festival site itself from the auto show tab. Now last week's vote had the 2018 KTM Expo GT4 go up against the Hoonigan RS200, and to my disappointment, I don't know about you, the KTM Expo GT4 has won that vote and is now available for purchase in Horizon Backstage. This week's Backstage vote has 2 very different cars. You've got petrol up against electric, the Apollo IE facing off against the Rimac Concept 2. Now for me, with these 2 cars, rarity doesn't really come into it. I prefer the Apollo IE so much more over the remap concept too. So that's probably where my vote's going to be going on the Apollo IE. Let me know down in the comments which one you're voting for. Let's head on over to Horizon Super 7 and check out this week's reward. Horizon Super 7 is Horizon 4's newest feature, and the reward for completing all 7 challenge cards this week is the Mercedes-Benz AMG Hammer Coupe. And there we go, that's this week's Forzathon shop, the Horizon backstage vote, and the Super 7 reward. And this week's Forzathon challenges, Antiquated Roadshow completed. 200 Forzathon points in the bank and 15% towards our summer season. If you have any questions about this week's Forzathon challenges, do hit me up in the comments. I'll do my best to help you out. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Like I say, if you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing. We're trying to hit 15,000 subscribers by the end of March. We'll also be completing the rest of the festival playlists here on the channel live in the next couple of days. But as always, stay safe and have an awesome day.